Hello, welcome back. This is Red Tie Guy. I'm doing my second video, continuing where the last one left off. We ended up saving Zoe last time, giving us machine guns now for two of our 5 players. So what we need to do now, oh wait, we have the store. Let's go ahead and get that third one. It's going to cost us 3 supplies, which will give us enough for to still last for tomorrow. And let's buy the machine gun. So, typically I like to cover the maps and get more, look for more survivors. But given that I'm right by the exit, I don't want to go all the way to the corner just to come back. So I'm going to raid the pharmacy with 3 survivors in an attempt to get enough supplies so that I can go ahead and do research. So to do this, I'm still on day 2. I need to go ahead and end the day so they can rest. Okay, there we go. Let's see what else the merchant. No, I don't have any money for the merchant, so let's go ahead and do that supply run, and then we'll circle back around for the guns and the park to exit off of. There's not many weapons which are good on the first tier, so I prefer not to look too much for weapons until I'm at least on the second tier. One last thing. For projects, study advanced weapons. No, they could not do that in a single day, so let's just move up on here, see what our supplies are, and then I'll decide whether to build the farm or the tier of weapons. Here we go. Now when I'm working with 3 people, I don't have a frontman to do much on the runs. So the goal here is to keep people together. And that this is still basic, I don't have an alarming concern, especially given the advanced weapons we have, that it's going to become an issue. And move up for the firing. And that was a beautiful sweep. Bring her back, reload, bring her back, and hopefully she can reload in time. And there we go. I still have 2 items left to search that I will hopefully get done right after this rush. There we go. Search, search, 3 items. Reload, search, and I'm putting it close. Move her over here. Let's get her to reload. And let's move her up here. And get her to reload. Alright. Reload, reload, reload. And alright, we've cleared that out. Almost a repeat of the previous place. Go ahead and see if I can get an advantage point. Now by putting them here, I can get them as they come around. This gives them a wider range to shoot more along the path. You move Zoe up 1 square. They seem to be handling it, so I'm not going to move Sydney to join them. Getting behind cover and shooting, spraying as they come along here is essential. That's why machine guns are such a good weapon, and because they can do this from relatively a safe distance. And it will get even easier as their weapons improve. So, alright, let's get Zoe to search this last one. Alright, yeah. Can't click on it. Let's get Sid to do it. Reload, and let's send out any more rushes. Okay. I don't typically investigate sounds. I'm going to probably do that later, but I've had too much bad luck, especially with such a small team and good weapons. I don't want to take the risk. 9 supplies. That almost lasts us 2 days, and I apparently picked up a weapon. So with 10 supplies to last 2 days, that means I got when they go to rest today, and I have the next day covered. So let's assign our workers, and let's get started on the weapon research. 1550, change the project to weapon tier, and that means it'll be done in 3 days. Alright, for improving, without I'm going to go ahead and do this as aim, because they all have machine guns already. Typically I started out with health, but I feel like I'm off to a good start, so I'm not going to. If I do a run where I need 4 people, I'm going to be adding in Mike, mostly because he can serve as a meat shield of sorts. He can take the damage. So that's going to conclude today. It's in the day. Alright, 5 supplies used. And we're going to head into this place, which I haven't been to yet. Likely to have more supplies than the gun store. And then I'm going to circle around this way, hitting up the merchants. And I should have the next tier of weapons by the time I reach the pub. So only at the beware level, I should be able to pull this off with 3 people. If it starts to get frantic, I'm probably going to add in a 4th person. Hopefully I'll have yet another machine gun by then. Okay, the cop seems to have the best aim, so I'm going to put him there. Enemies are going to come up from this way, so I'm going to go ahead and have Sid behind cover shoot at them so they can get the spray. Zoe, who hasn't had an upgrade yet, will be doing the searching this time. Let's get Sid to search this and have him reload. Alright, Zoe's covered. Have her reload. Move Sid over here. And now we have this area generally so well covered, shouldn't matter. I could move him down 1, but at this point it's not much concern. We can start that one early. Move Sid back. And I got a Glock. This is why I like upgrading weapons. If I got a shotgun, it'd be probably more useful. Ooh, a lot of supplies. Gives a good chance to get behind cover there. And over here, I'm going to go ahead and do the more risky route and have them take the front like they did last time. Hopefully we can get supplies this way. Let's move Zoe up. MP5, yet another machine gun. I'll equip that to the scientist. Alright, let's get Zoe to search over here. Reload. Let's get Sid. She's getting closer, so it won't be too much longer. Alright, get back in position and reload. Alright, back her up. Search that box. Reload. Alright. So let's move each of them back into position, and I have Sid to back up between them in case anyone gets close. And our primary thing here is we are using cover. Look at Zoe's range, see how she's shooting at them, not when they get directly here about 3 squares in front of her, but 1, 2, 3, She's shooting when they're 4 or 5 squares from her. Observe. See, 5 squares away, she's already shooting at them. That distance is mattering a lot for their protection, and it's part of why we can use the machine guns without a front man on occasion. Shambles and abandoned. I haven't had any bad luck with that, so let's search. 2 more supplies. So on top of the 3 supplies we found already, we found another 2. That should be enough to help us last until the next day. Alright. Do the next search, and let's see if I can squeeze in one more run before the end of this video. Okay. End of day. Alright, garage. And let's do the last one and see what our weapon drawer is. SPAS 4. Alright. That's a repeating shotgun, so no one has particularly great health. However, I'm not going to send him to do any searching anytime soon, so we're going to equip it with him. He's now going to serve as our front man. Rescue mission. Probably should have learned that before assigning everyone this. Let's run the rescue mission on the next video, which I will upload later. But as you can see, this is the importance of running. This is how you can run a 3-man team using all the machine guns. And I've sent 2 of my other more specialized people to build and search for the tech. It is only day 5. Already I've gotten the first tier 1. Already I've gotten tier 1 weapons. A 5-person team. I've identified the exit, and I'm just doing runs so I can hopefully upgrade weapons yet again, or at least get another farm level going. And from there, I'll have much more success and a good start to perform more rescue missions. So tune in for the next one, and we'll see how the rescue mission goes. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it.